how you call this shape?
The cone.
The cone, yeah. And then you start moving that on one direction, and you put in the middle, in the hole, the grain that you have to.
That's not a very positive religion.
All of the religions.
All the religions.
All of the. Okay, you see that the local stone is black because we are in the volcano area. So how come that we have white milestone? Okay, we have this kind of stones because they brought this synagogue from Upper Galilee because villages has to be closed and people move from here to some other places for any reason. So the village by the time become a little bit more rich and they collect money and they bought the synagogue from the top of the Galilee and they bought it here by marking every single stone. And like that they build up that nice synagogue.
So basically,
Yes, more than one. We know, and I will show you that there is more than one. So this is the main street from the time of Jesus. Then look here, what we have. You have a stage that is like 20 centimeters, then we have another one bigger. Okay, so when you climb up, you have to concentrate where to put the leg. What happened to your mind? Start to be ready to worship God without anything that disturb you. Okay? If, for instance, you came from home and your child make you crazy, okay? As always, and you don't want to worship God as your mind is decided by the problem of the child. Here, there is the way that they make it for you like a yoga treatment. You have to put your mind straight in, okay? Okay.
¿tomaste ahí tú?
Look here,
Ania,
before you get
tomaste.
inside, first of all, you see there is 3 openings. Usually, only the high holidays they used to get through this door. The rest of the time, they use the door there. And then look at the stone up. The gentleman that placed the stones didn't make good job because he didn't want to be helped by any people that know how to. So all the archaeologists, because he said, I'm a priest on the place, I know better. They make a lot of mistakes. For instance, this certain stone, it's not the place. This is a column-based stone. Okay. So it has to be a column here. But we are not arguing with what they are doing, because it is like this. But what I want to tell you, look up. You see the details of the plum tree? People, they didn't have the Black & Decker in those days. So how they chisel it out?
Yeah. A lot of hand and chisel.
You know, this is limestone. It's not so easy to chisel that. It's amazing. It's really amazing. They know the details. Okay? So this is the opening of the synagogue. This is the threshold. And you see on the side you have an axle, okay? So we know that it was like 2 doors.
Okay.
And there is a bar that closes it. So this is the basilica, and a basilica is not only for churches. Opposite. The synagogue was a basilica.
Okay.
Then if you add to the edge of the synagogue 2 or 3 abscisses, you have it. So you have like 8 columns that divided the hall into three portions. Middle one, right and left, okay? And then in the middle, you have, in the edge, you have like a heart. If you look from the top, you will see this shape of a stone. And this is in Greek, and this is in Latin. This is the donation of this place have been placed by this and that because they have to renew the synagogue all the time if something happens. Remember
An humbler version of the synagogue of Magdala, which we have already seen.
I have a good friend of mine. He's an archaeologist. And he is also a tour guide. One time, in a weather like that, he held an umbrella, and then he looked down here. He heard with his very sensitive hearing that the noise is different. So he asked the authorities if they allowed him to pick up this small stone. So it took him after 8 years to do that, and he found 20,000 coins.
Wow.
And these coins give us the ability to date the house.
Because of the dates on the coin.
The dates of the coins give us the ability to say from which century. So we know this is from the 4th century. So, and also we know that there was a second floor as well. Usually in a synagogue you have a place with a room there that is under the floor, the main floor. It's hidden secret room that you hold A, the books with the money for the synagogue, and B, if you turn the book and it's already old, you are not sending it to the garbage.
Okay.
Because the name of God is there.
Right.
You have to bear that in a Jewish burial site. Okay? So at the beginning you hold it there underneath. It's called gniza. And then when you have the time,
Which is the organic development out of
you have the time, and I have water, you take that and take it to the Jewish cemetery and bury that in a Jewish burial.
For the first time in history, Capernaum becomes a place of interest to anyone, and noble Romans who are aristocratic and wealthy travel here. And what's
So good people, if this is the synagogue, what's this big hall? People, this is a yeshiva. What is a yeshiva? A place that you study day and night, okay? And the meaning is that you sit on your ass. That's the meaning of yeshiva. And here I will tell you why the Jews are so smart. Because we are studying two boys together, and we have to question each other, okay, in a better way than the other group will do. So we sharpen our mind. We read the sentence from the Bible, and then we need to interpret it our own way. Not only what we find from the ancient rabbis. That's nice, but we need to find our own way. That's why it sharp our mind. That's why the Jews are so smart. Right? Because generation of evaluation. Okay? And then how we become to love the knowledge. Because we, from the 3 years old, we are coming to the synagogue, and the rabbi will teach us the Aleph Bet, the ABC. How? He put it in honey, and you have to lick it. And then you have to repeat it 100 times. If you repeat it 100 times, you remember it.
Yeah.
So you get two things in one shot. A, you get the knowledge. B, you get to know that knowledge is sweet. You have honey.
There you go.
Nice, huh?
Yes, very nice.
come to this corner. So this is the continuation of the village. And you understand that they have to dig and dig and dig. And then, as I told you, when you put axis on the edge of the synagogue, it's become a church. And here you have the altar. This is the step to the altar up. This is the step to the altar down.
There were 7
Another axis. Here you can find more stuff that belong to synagogue. So we know that was more than one synagogue here, because in every synagogue we have 2 columns on the side of the opening, and the 2 sides will be like this. Boaz and Yoachim. This is the column that probably you heard the name yesterday as my friend took you there. And then you see the 7 good species that God blessed this country is down there, okay? And you have symbols that belong only to the Jews. It was one of the big towns around the Sea of Galilee. Magdala was another one. And Maria Magdalena came from Magdala. Here you have all the kind of understanding how people make living. For instance, this is hand grade, okay, all this salt. This is to break the olive, and then you put it in a kind of a bag, okay, with a hole inside. You lift up this heavy stone, you put the bag down, and it's pressed that, and the olive oil comes down to the pool. But not only olive came down, what else came down?
Probably.
Water,
Yeah.
because the olive contains water and oil. So the question is, what is on the top, the oil or the water?
The oil's on top.
Oil, of course, oil. So you can grab it without touching the water. And you grab that and you put it in a can, and you can store it in your house.
Now, I want you to understand that Seabourn with the on the northwest point of the Sea of Galilee.
A friend of mine. Okay, so come here, take a picture of that. This is a milestone. So we know that we are on a road. Matter of fact, we are on a junction. We have 2 roads here, 2 main roads. The one that bring you from the sea, okay, like Haifa, Akko, and so on, and the one that cut from Samaria mountain up to the Galilee and the Golan. So this is the type of milestone, and again, a mile, 1,240 meters, okay? And again, you see the 2 columns that have been in the opening of the synagogue. So we have more than one synagogue. Okay? And guess what? Here you have more detail. First of all, you have the Star of David. You have the can of olive oil, and coming to the point where you have the shell. The Hebrew people brought from Egypt 2 things. They brought the shell and they brought the blue eye. This is the eye of God looking down. Okay? Against the eye, you get this blue stone. Okay, and why the shell? Because as children, we used to take the shell and put it near the here, and we could listen to the hum, and we say this is God talking to us, right? And, this is in Hebrew, and it describes the people of Zveda, the brother Jacob.
Okay.
Okay, the family was Zveda. So here you have the connection between what is written in the Bible and what we see in the place itself. 7 candle menorah, meaning this is a synagogue, because only a synagogue will put that in a place. Okay, that's the age of a column. This is Coriantic order. We have 3 orders: Ionic, Doric, and Coriantic. This is the ark of God. Okay, before we build the temple on the Temple Mountain, God have been moved with Israelite triumph in ark like that. The Philistine took that and captured it, and they start to die. So, and the houses start to collapse. So they said we need to put that ark on new animals and shit and send it back to the Israelite. Otherwise, we will be killed all the time. Star of David. The Star of David, King Solomon brought as the swastika from India. And it's become very famous, and every single synagogue used to have the Star of David and the swastika in the floor in a mosaic. Nice mosaic. All the 7 good species that God bless this country. How do we know that we are in a Jewish place? Today when you are going to visit your Jewish friends, how do you know? There is a mezuzah.
Right on the front door.
Okay? There we have a pool, artificial pool. This is mikveh. They pure the body in the pool, like John took Jesus into the river to pure him. Because otherwise you cannot hold the Torah and read in public. And here we have a Jewish place. You have a synagogue. You cannot enter the synagogue if you are not taking the time in the mikveh to pure the body. Okay? So this is the one in the middle, the public one. Probably every house has a small one for the family. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No, that's good.
This is your friend from
Outside they were plastic, usually plastered either mud or lime. Okay, they were plastered.
מה?
Number one, structural integrity. Plastic would bind together. A certain amount of insulation.